A lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step, your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Strong in silence, clear in mind. Every loss a gift you'll find. Step by step, your power grows. The market speaks, the trader knows. Today's your day, the crown is yours. Open wide the trading doors. Every chart becomes your stage. Write your story, turn the page. Turn emotions into gold. Legends crafted, brave and bold. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Today's the day, you know it's true. The moment of power belongs to you. You chose a path, a higher lane where satisfaction breaks the chain. When you open a trade, you rise so high like a god who owns the sky. The world's beneath your steady hands, a life you shape the way you plan. Today's your day, don't be afraid. Click with faith, the move is made. Buy or sell, it's all the same. Balance dancing in the game. Turn emotions into gold. Future stories to be told. From this moment, here you stand. Trading years at your command. Life becomes what you create. Silence builds a stronger state. You observe, release, let go of what you can't control, you know. When you open a trade, you rise so
Good morning, everyone. Hold on, because I don't know why my webcam isn't working. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Webcam, what's wrong with you? Ah, we have the mascot. So let me fixate this thing here. All right. What is going on here? What is going on? So we just swept buy side. Just swept buy side. Okay, I need to make myself comfortable. What are we in for today? Hold on, guys. Let me just calibrate myself, okay? Because I haven't opened the chart for the whole day. And I know this is something that I shouldn't be doing. I should get ready with everything prior to coming to the live stream, but whatever. I need to clear up some of the drawings from yesterday. Some of them are still quite valid, I would say. Yeah, look at that yesterday. Do you guys remember that 30-minute bullish order block that price reacted from, and I had to close my position? Yeah, well, just look at it. Look at what it did. And you know, it was a perfect scenario where silver just stopped inside this bullish breaker right here, which is where gold had rejected from that 30-minute bullish order block. Anyway, let's see what we can make of it currently. So sweeping buy side from yesterday's high but silver is quite strong, and gold is not really that strong. But what if it actually is? Oh my God. Let me just move the 12-minute open as well. So it's here. I'm sort of like seeing a lot of relatively equal lows being formed here by silver, and higher lows on gold, which means that it would make more sense to trade silver, which is not something that I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm sort of like confused at this point, you guys. Yeah, I'm quite confused. Not gonna lie and say, yeah, I know it's gonna do this or that, because I don't. I can see we reached an area of buy-side liquidity, and it's not having a proper reaction from that area. So this makes me think that we're in a rather strong market. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows? Hmm. You know, both pairs are pretty correlated at this point, at least on the lower time frames, which is a little bit annoying. Sorry for being so silent, guys, but I'm just, I don't know, I'm waiting on some clarity here. That's all I'm doing. $8.30 moves low. 8.30 moves low. You know, if price is going to break this low, I'm going to be interested in shorting. This one over here. 3 more minutes until the 1 hour candle is going to close. 3 more minutes. You know, I am confused because of the following thing. I can see here price closing above resistance. Okay. I can see price closing above these highs. So this makes me think bullish. I can also see the market being strong here by creating higher lows, and gold and silver creating relatively equal lows. In other words, it's creating support, which is a sign of a strong market. But at the same time, I'm perceiving all of this here as trendline liquidity. And now my mind goes, okay, why would this trendline liquidity be left as it is? Why wouldn't smart money take advantage of this whole scenario setup where everyone thinks it's going bullish because it's closing above resistance and ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da? And why wouldn't they take advantage of this whole plausible bullish narrative to just take everyone out, you know, and drop down? I guess it's one of the bad things that happens when you know too much smart money concepts. Yeah, that's what I think. Because you see, if you look at silver, silver has kept on creating relatively equal lows, like very smooth areas. Like we have this one here, like we have this one over here created today on the lower time frames, and it doesn't seem to be very interesting to you know, release those areas of their liquidity. I don't know how else I could put it. And it just makes me consider that the market might be more strong than weak. Oh my God, what happened? Anyway. See, it's like, yeah. Because this is an area where previously sellers entered the market. And why wouldn't price want to go there you know, before going for the whole sell side lower, you know. My cat is in the tree. Would be? Beep. Yeah, my cat's in the tree. Now it's probably going to be interesting to see if we're going to get any sort of reaction from here, because gold was pretty extended above this high and silver is sort of like creating relatively equal highs, but we'll see. Okay, what are people saying? But somehow I want to see support there at that FVG, like that important. I think you do so well. I'm sure. 942 FVG was it for minutes. For 50-minute bullish break after divergence, yeah, retrace back. Yeah, I completely did not see that. Completely did not see that. But if you guys managed to get it, very well. Bravo. Yeah, I can now see it. Definitely. Although here in my in Forex.com, it didn't really reach inside the 942 BISI, and it didn't reach inside that on my broker either, on my funded account. Yeah, price is really flying, isn't it? Crazy. But look at how silver is just not moving. It's a little weird. You know what, you guys, I'm really curious if around 9:45 to 10, and right now it's 10. I'm curious to see if, because you know, yesterday we had some sort of a reversal once price reached into a 30-minute bullish order block around this time yesterday. And right now, gold is also reaching inside a 30-minute bearish order block this time, around the same time, around the same hour that it reached yesterday. And remember what I was telling you, that gold has a thing with respecting 30-minute PD arrays, or at least this is something that I've noticed. Also, if I'll take a step back and I'll see the whole pre-market open range from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., you know, all this orange shaded area. This is what it represents on my chart. It represents the range that price creates from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day. And gold has a thing with, you know, purging that area in one direction and then moving into the other direction. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Oh my God. The neighbors' kids are playing and they're like screaming more. Yeah. Is it that silver is the heavier one, like I thought divergence? I don't understand divergence. Divergence happens when, you know, divergence means contradicting to one another. So if we have two correlated pair, like there is silver and gold, correlated means that when one creates higher highs and higher lows, the other one will also create higher highs and higher lows, because they're both going up. When one goes up, the other one goes up, and when one goes down, the other one goes down as well. So a divergence basically happens when one pair creates a higher highs and higher lows, and the other pair, which is, by the way, creating higher highs and higher lows is obviously a sign of strength, or if you want, a sign of bullishness, right? Whereas the other pair would create a lower high, okay? When this happens, so one pair creates a higher high and the other pair creates a lower high. When this happens, and let's say you're overall in a bearish market, okay? Sorry, and you're overall in a bearish market. Oh my God. This one pair creating a higher high and the other one creating a lower high could be an indication of incoming weakness, for example, which means that this bullish pullback is right now coming to an end. And the fact that this pair that created a higher high here is not followed by the other pair, because the other pair, instead of remaining correlated towards the upside, it's actually creating a lower high, which indicates possible weakness. This tells us that this pair going above that high like this could be just a liquidity sweep, and that is usually confirmed, the fact that this was just a liquidity sweep, if after that the pair that created a higher high is going to create a bearish fair value gap. If it creates a bearish fair value gap and then you wait for a rebalance of that fair value gap and then a bearish rejection candle off of that fair value gap, preferably on the 5 minutes, then that's going to be a very strong indication that basically that's the setup that I usually trade, or it's the logic behind you know, behind figuring out market direction. Yeah, gold doesn't seem to be rejecting anytime soon from here, and I'm not feeling comfortable anymore to keep staying on the 1 minute, to be honest with you, because it really doesn't seem to be doing anything that I would want it to do. I just feel like gold is about to catch up on silver, because silver is way ahead of gold. I mean, look at this area here, this area from September 23rd, which is this area over here, that, you know, silver is way above it, and it kept on staying above that area for the past week, for the past days, but not gold. So this, you know, I feel like gold has been, there was a name that ICT was giving to when a bear is lagging, the other one just keeps on going up, 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 and the other one just lags, and eventually it's going to catch up with the previous bear. I think he calls it Sixth Sister. Not sure if that's the name, but and it seems that gold was the sixth sister out of these two, because as silver was definitely showing signs of strength, you know, gold was just here meandering, doing absolutely nothing. And now just look at it fly. Like, just look at the daily candle. Guys, look at the daily candle. Daily Friday candle. Like, it's pretty obvious, you know. It's pretty obvious. And silver doesn't have, yeah, silver has something to the left side of the chart, but it's like so far away. Anyway. And you can also see, like, look at gold creating this bearish order block here on the daily chart, and then just yesterday it closed above it, you know. I mean, not above the order block, but like above the open price of that candle that it previously closed under. So if you think about the fact that this was a bullish day and that the open price was where buyers were really stepping into the marketplace, then the next day, which is the bearish day over here, if you think about the fact that sellers there managed to close under the open price of the previous day, then it's more like a confirmation that buyers are losing strength, right? But then we have yesterday, which is this candle here, that it's just managing to close back above that area, like Tuesday's open. Tuesday's open. Just gonna mark this. Make it, what color? Make it green. Yeah, see? That was like a reaction area, if you want. All this area over here. And this move under that area was just... yeah, that was the actual manipulation. And right now, price is going to and maybe there's going to be some sort of reaction from there, but I don't know. But right now, whoever took this long, wherever you had your entry, well done. You did well. I had this bullish fair value gap marked in here, but I'm not sure. I wasn't really convinced about the formation of a bullish order block here, because I would have wanted this candle 935 to have a smaller wick, upper wick, and it just didn't. Like, the wick was too big. So yeah. Yeah, so price reached that high. This was Wednesday's high. I'm not sure if we're going to see any rejection though, to be honest with you. Even though I'd love to see a rejection from there, but I'm not sure. I don't know. See, it just continues beyond those levels. Still, silver is very lazy compared to gold. I mean, 130 bips move for gold above that high. For silver, Just 10. Yeah, I think last week, like this last week, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, these 2 days were a clear indication of a pullback. Like not a clear indication, but a clear example of pullback. Because overall on the higher time frames, including on the 4-hour, gold was bullish all this time. It was bullish. Nothing bearish about it. Nothing really bearish about it. Wow, yeah. And you see, if we take a look at the 1 minute, you know, every little bearish candle that formed became a bullish order block. See, every little bearish candle that formed became an order block. Every. Yeah. And I don't know, there's not going to be any high impact news for the day. There's just, I don't know, I feel there isn't enough time, so to speak, to turn today into a bearish day. I don't see how that could happen. Turn today into a bearish day, don't know exactly how. And you know, shorting right now just because a bearish order block formed here would, on the 1 minute, would be completely meaningless, simply because against such a strong bullish momentum, you can't just go short only on the basis of a 1 minute bearish order block being created, you know. So yeah. Probably rebalancing this FVG here. And it's probably moving higher if it's gonna rebalance this 5-minute FVG, because that's, yeah, it might not even actually do that. It might just you know, retest this bullish order block here.
Rustling leaves, just like in my childhood dreams. You're as delicate as a leaf. You don't know what you mean to me. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon. I don't wanna lose you. It's too soon.
Imagine getting a last-minute micro short like this. Yeah. No. Although it would be nice. Oh my god, it's chilly outside here. See, price just creates other bullish order blocks like it created this one over here. Maybe if that would fail, but you know, again, a 1 minute confirmation means nothing. Really, it doesn't mean anything. Price will probably just go beyond this bearish candle that it created previously, and it's just going to turn that into a bullish order block, and it's just probably going to continue to move higher beyond, what's that, 37.91-ish. Yeah, this thing that occurred here was nothing of being convincing for me to go long, unfortunately. I mean, I was looking at it. I did see the 8:30 news, you know, going down, then going up, being, you know, broken upside, and then being broken again to the upside with momentum, with creating this beautiful BISI. But I would have wanted to see a clear bullish order block forming here off of this BISI in order for me to consider going long. So just seeing that price was not really having any sort of reaction from here, but more like consolidating and not really doing anything. I was actually expecting for gold to create lower highs and silver higher highs, and that would have been a good scenario for me to look for short setups, which is what I was inclining more to go short. But yeah, we'll see what it's gonna do now. Maybe a pullback to this 1008 BISI, and then a push higher to create a new all-time high. Maybe that would be just a logic play. But it's Friday and it's already getting late. I mean, it's 10:37 already. Yeah. Oh my god. Sometimes TradingView is a fucking pain in the ass, you guys. Ugh. Yeah, it's probably gonna go down to 1008 BC right now. I mean, I don't know, that's what I say. That's an area where I'd probably be interested to look for a long. Oof. new 50-minute candle closed, we seem to have a small divergence here at the bodies of the candle wicks, and I did notice that on the 1 minute as well in here. Yes, the one I was showing as yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is 5-minute busy, by the way. Yeah, see, just like I said, it's probably gonna reach into this 1008, and it might actually, yeah. Oh my God, it's really cold. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, just came to, retest this bullish order block. If I'm gonna put a fib on this bullish order block here on the 5-minute, and drop to the 1 minute, you're gonna see how perfectly it rejected from the mean threshold of that. See? Look, Look at it. Now, if price gonna move beyond that level, then yes, it's gonna be a little more convincing. That we might actually have a little pullback here going on, but I wouldn't really believe it's gonna go any further lower than this. What was that? 1008 BC. If this push to the upside here off of the 1017 BC, if this push to the upside here would have been more relevant, like, you know, it took price a lot of minutes, 6, 7, 8 minutes to move up here. And you know, all these candles are rather normal in size. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'd love to see it drop. I'd love to take a short, but I don't know. Yeah, what a sell retracement, 60 plus points. Well, it's nothing compared to the, you know, it's really nothing compared to today's range, the range that I created today. I mean, if you look at the whole day, like the whole range is almost 500 pips. So 60 pips a pullback, it's honestly nothing, because it's just like, I don't know, 12% pullback. It's really, I mean, yeah, you can make nice money with that, but like, where and why, and like, why would an entry make sense? Why would have an entry make sense, you know? Mm. And just look at the 5-minute BC, the way it's holding price above its 50% level. You know, it's really holding price above its 50% level nicely. And if it's going to create this busy over here, it's probably going to rebalance that, and that could be a nice opportunity to go long. Okay, I guess not. Let's see. Yeah, 4 minutes to the hourly close, 3 minutes now. How's the hourly gonna close? Encouraging, but not really, honestly. Encouraging for sure, but not really. Yeah, not really. I don't know. I mean, this would be a classic, you know, open, make a little wick to the downside, maybe retest this area here, this level, and then just fill this wick, move higher. Yeah, it's really interesting how it's waiting for the 1 hour candle to close. And you know, any bearish inversion, so any bullish fair value gap that was inverted, that's now going to be reclaimed. Like for example, the first to be reclaimed seems to be this one, and then probably this one, and then lastly this one. You know, that is just another indication that this was just a mere pullback, you know, and it's probably coming to an end. It probably already came to an end. Yeah. Booth. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back with the sun. What's going on here? Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. I am a little skeptical. See, it's treating this bullish order, this BISI, this bullish fair value gap here on the 1032 candle as if it's inverted. And if right now it's going to go beyond this high, then that's, I don't know. It's like it was rejecting off of it, and right now it's not, you know. It's reclaiming it. Hard to trade. Hard to trade. If you just look at the 15-minute here, you know, we had some form of resistance being formed here, but then the previous candle just closed above that. So it's anyway, we'll see. Like I said, nobody would be happier than me to see a short coming, but I'm not sure. We're gonna see one. That would be interesting. That would really be interesting. Because, you know, we're also in the mini Q2, into the second quarter. This one, 10:53 to 11:15. And we did have a small divergence. And I don't know if you noticed, but gold and silver are really good at creating small little divergences that are going to be the moving factor of the market. Yeah. Yeah, just gonna wait for this thing inside here. I mean, I don't know. I'd really love to see this M5 BC being violated. For now, it's pretty annoying that it's not doing that. But it would be nice to see it being violated. Hmm. Oh my God. See, again, this shit. Silver strong. Really annoying. See if this is gonna hold as a bullish order block, because it could, you know. Because we're inside a 5-minute bullish order block and we're also inside a 5-minute BC. Yeah, it's true, it didn't really retrace back to equilibrium, but it really doesn't have to. And you see, we were about to, you know, 50 seconds until the 15-minute candle is going to close, and it's just going to be the first 15 minutes out of the new 1-hour candle. And it doesn't really mean that if this candle started going bearish, that it's going to continue to develop like that. From all I know, it might just be a wick, and then it might just continue to move higher to fill the top wick of the previous candle. We'll see though. I'll mark this as a 15-minute bearish order block, but just because price closed under the open price of that bullish candle, that's about it. I mean, no other reason. And you know, see, price action is just trading in a very weird way. It seems to be bearish, but it's like really, really slow. You know, many times when price moves in one direction, but it does that very, very slow, that's actually a technique that smart money use in order to avoid from taking a lot of market participants with them. So right now, just think about it like this. Let's say smart money are looking to go short, and they're obviously going short against all these buyers that came into the marketplace, seeing the price goes up in here, up, 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 right? And we're not talking about smart money, right? We have market participants being long here, and we have smart money seeing this as an opportunity to go short. So now, if smart money would make such a big move to the downside, it would become very obvious that the market is likely to move lower or to start to move down. And it would become too obvious that maybe current buyers would get out of their buying positions, out of their longs. And right now, it would leave smart money without buy-side liquidity to short against. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I really hope I am. But yeah. And many times when price moves really slow in one direction, usually it could be because of this, you know. But yeah, I'm not really sure because the overall trend is not bearish yet. This would basically apply if the bullishness we're seeing now would be just a pullback. And from a higher time frame perspective, we've been nothing but bullish. You know, 4-hour bullish, daily bullish, weekly bullish, monthly bullish. I don't know where silver's going, honestly, but it's very annoying. And this 1111 candle does seem to be acting as a bullish order block, even though price didn't really created it with a busy, you know, but still. Probably gonna see a rebalance of that and then move down into the 1008 busy and using these relatively equal lows as short-term momentum to move lower. Could be. Sleepy cat. Sleepy cat. Didn't really reach into that CB 1005, no, 1105, but hmm. Let's see. So like I said, I would really love to see this 5-minute turn into a bearish inversion. Not sure though. It did reach into the inversion over here, so not inside the SIBI that created the inversion. So not inside the 1105 SIBI that created the 1103 inversion, but it actually retested the inversion. But still, it feels like this is still holding, as if this is the order block 1111. It really does look like an order block on silver over here. See? Yeah. You know, sometimes one pair is going to tell you what the other one's going to do, because if something doesn't seem to be really clear on one pair, it might actually be clear on the other one. Hmm? Чушулика. Sleepy the Picket. Yeah, nothing really feels normal today. Wow, look at freaking silver, like, what the hell? Oh my god. Now imagine if this SIBI would turn, if this BISI would turn into an inversion. That would be a really cool unicorn short on silver. Push down, close under the slow and under the BISI with bearish fair value gap. That would really be something convincing, but just look at it go. Like, yeah, everything's quite bullish, isn't it? Okay, so it did reach right now into this bearish fair value gap here. Let's see if it has any willingness to reject. These are moments when I know exactly what to wait for in order to go short, but it doesn't happen. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we're at least we're being disciplined enough to wait for something to happen. If it doesn't happen, we just sit on our hands. That's the least thing that you guys can do is, you know, you shouldn't feel discouraged for knowing what you're waiting for, but seeing that that thing is not happening. Because, you know, it's really simple and easy to believe that if you're waiting for something specific to happen in order to take a trade, and that thing doesn't happen, so therefore you don't take a trade, it's really simple for anyone to believe that maybe they've got it all wrong. Maybe they're waiting for the wrong stuff. Maybe they don't know exactly what they should be waiting for, because otherwise it should happen, but actually not. The reason, you know, the fact that what you're waiting for to happen doesn't mean that you're waiting for the wrong thing to happen, or that you don't know what you're waiting for, or that you don't not that you don't know what you're waiting for, that you don't know what's the right thing to wait for, and what you're doing is actually waiting for the wrong stuff to happen. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you know exactly what you want to see happening in the chart in order for you to take a trade. And simply because you're not seeing that thing happening, you're just not going to betray yourself to say, well, it's not happening, therefore I must be doing something wrong, because anything that I'm expecting to see happening, it should be happening, otherwise I'm wrong. It doesn't work like that. Expectations are not always met, but it doesn't mean that our expectations were wrong. It just means that we were disciplined enough to not take action when what we're waiting to happen does not happen. That's all. That's all, you guys. Yeah. I would have loved to see it honestly move down into this busy on the 1 minute here. 10:08. That would have been really good. But you know, it ain't happening. So it is what it is. Yeah, my cat just left for the neighbors. Yeah. It's a weird thing when you leave, when you live at a house and you have neighbors, and the cat can just move from one neighbor to the other, from one courtyard to the other. It's really weird. Really weird. I don't know, I sometimes have the feeling that, you know, oh, she's gone, or maybe I lost her, or something like that. But actually, no, it's just, I guess it's just the way things are in communities such as this one, where I currently live, where I moved. Cats just are everybody's cats. Okay, so what are we seeing here? Yeah, we're just seeing bullish fair value gaps being reclaimed, new bullish fair value gaps starting to be created. Previously bearish, bearish fair value gap being, you know, turned into bullish inversions. So yeah, it's pretty obvious what's going on here, I would say. Look at silver, it's just fucking flying. I don't know where, like, no. It's just annoying. And look at how beautiful the 5-minute bullish fair value gap here kept everything tight inside of it. Yeah, really clean. And the range really got small here. It got really tight. I mean, not in terms of pips, because, you know, this is a 100 pip range. It's not that tight. However, it, you know, it took price a lot of time to move in between those two levels. A lot of time, like 10:30, and right now it's 11:30, 1 hour. Yeah, that was definitely a pullback. Definitely a pullback. Although honestly, I would still love to see gold move down into this busy. But I don't think it's gonna be allowed by the 11:29 busy on the 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I guess today is a wrap. No trade. Completely missed that entry on the 5 minute that occurred all the way down here inside the 9 a.m. busy, which was here. Like I said, I was hoping to see like a bullish order block being created here on the 5 minutes, but that never came. So yeah, I was sort of like more inclining towards going short, but whatever. Silver is just crazy. Gold, I don't know if it's going to go crazy like silver is, but yeah, might as well just call it a day, call it a week. See you guys on Monday, and take care, okay?